Hello, Gemini. I hope you're having a beautiful day and happy Astara. Okay, this is your love reading. And before I get started, I want to let you know, and everybody know, that I have decided to take a break from personal tarot readings. I'm just going to continue doing the collective readings, and I'm going to start doing extended readings for my Vimeo or my Patreon. I haven't decided which one yet. But you can still reach out to me for Reiki services. I do intuitive messages through that session as well. And Reiki has absolutely changed my life. I'm still going to be making space for Reiki clients. I just need a break from tarot reading for personal clients. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. Okay. So all the air signs have a pretty general theme that I'm seeing here. There was somebody either in your past or somebody that's in your life right now that has dampened your spirit, that has really had an effect on you and your self-worth and your belief in yourself. And so to start you out, you have 3 animal messages. Excuse me. And so this situation had you doubting your own gifts and talents and what makes you truly unique and special. This person really got in your head. And what I'm seeing is that you faced the time, you're at the moment now where you're ready to make the choice, if you're going to continue to allow this thought process to affect you, or if you're going to be like, no, I see what I bring to the table. I know what I offer the world. I know how special and important and wonderful and unique I am, and I'm going to own that. Okay. So you have the Oyster. So you've been concealing yourself for a really long time. It's like maybe deep down inside you saw your own pearl, but you were too afraid to show it, and it's because of the damage that was caused from, like I said, it could be a present person in your life. Doesn't have to be a romantic relationship, or somebody from your past. A lot of you, I'm feeling like it's somebody from your past. I will get into why in just a minute. Again, it doesn't have to be a romantic relationship, but it does affect how you show up in love. Okay, so you have the Tarantula. I forget who else got this too, but this is about being at that crossroads that I was talking about. This is like that 2 of Wands energy. This is like you drawing your inspiration from your solar plexus right here. And then the spider energy, which is very, very creative energy. So it's like you are ready to come out of your shell, It's just about taking the steps to do that. Okay? So that's where you're at. Sorry, I had to adjust my fan. Okay. So, all right. Let's just go ahead and get into the nitty gritty, because there has been some time that has passed between this situation and now for a lot of you. I mean, like I said, it could be a present person, but because you have cards like the 3 of Swords, which is the card of separation, also the card of heartbreak, I'm seeing this as that it's either the recent past or it could be the distant past for some of you. If it resonates regarding a person in your life right now, then just take what resonates, okay? Also, the roles can be reversed, so I will say that as well. But the thing is that with all the air signs, it's like somebody was mentally stuck, in just outdated thinking, and something about this connection really fed those wounds, and it's like they played on repeat. Okay, and so either you are wanting forgiveness, the air signs, or somebody else is wanting forgiveness, because that is like a pretty common theme that's showing up with all air signs right now. So, okay, you felt rejected. You felt like you were taken for granted. You felt like you weren't truly seen for all the beauty and wonder that you are. And that's really interesting because that's also an underlying message for all air signs is wonder. It's like you knew, you saw your pearl, and like this person in your life did not see it. There's your pearl. Okay? And there's this person not looking at this pearl, not seeing, just how miraculous this essence is. They're too focused on what they don't have, and that doesn't have to be like in terms of a relationship, like, what you're not bringing. It could just be in terms of like them not having enough of whatever, like fill in the blank. Maybe they felt dissatisfied with their career, or where they lived and how successful they were and all of that, and because they were so focused on that, they were not seeing your essence. Okay. I do feel like it was very, very triggering for you with this 9 of Wands card, but additionally, look how truly empowering this 9 of Wands card is. She's like, boundaries set. Okay, like, I love it. I just love it. It's like nobody's gonna cross here. You have to have a pure heart if you're even like considering it, and I love that. I just love it. So you learn to really take care of yourself. And the Queen of Pentacles, this is an earth energy, but it's like it took you going through this to really get grounded within yourself, and for you to start recognizing your own sense of self-worth, for you to really start seeing your own pearl. I don't know where it went, but so it's like this 7 of Wands energy. You had to learn to defend yourself against the people around you and what they were saying, even if it was just that one person. You had to open the curtain, to see your light, to see your pearl. Here you are, you're shining through. You're shining through. And also this could be about verbally expressing that right here with these two people. It's like maybe your throat chakra could have been closed. And that's really interesting because most of the Geminis that I work with, their throat chakra is in fact blocked. Okay, that's like one of the main things we work on. So yeah, that's what I'm seeing. It's like the curtain had to be opened for you, which a lot of times occurs in just deep pain. Look at this card. That pain is just, it looks insurmountable. Like, is she ever going to get through this? I know that feeling. Oh, I know that feeling. Down on your knees, just begging for it to go away, Okay. So, and I've had clients who are in the midst of that feeling, and it's like, I can feel it when I'm doing the Reiki, and I'm like, oh, you poor thing. You're just like, oh, I feel you, so it's tough. It's tough energy. And, I will not take away from just how awful that is, okay? Because it is, I'm not going to like, glaze over that and be like, well, look what you did with your life. You really like came into yourself. No, this sucks. This absolutely sucks. And it's okay that, to say that really sucked. And to also say, now I've really stepped into myself. I've really started to assert my own self-worth. I've pulled the curtain on my worth. I'm allowing my light to shine through. I'm starting to really see my own essence, whether this person sees it or not, or these people see it or not. It's like this is ownership, So it's taken some time. It really has. It's taken some time for you to get to this place. And again, this could have really touched on some childhood wounding with this 9 of Wands here. Like feeling like you weren't chosen, feeling like you weren't enough, feeling neglected, abandoned, so on and so forth. Okay. And you had to really learn how to show up for yourself, to reparent yourself, to mother yourself, so that you could begin to heal those wounds and confront your inner child and say, I am here for you. I am not going to abandon you. Your feelings are freaking valid. Okay. So that's what I'm seeing. So here we go. Now you have miracle and integrity and forgiveness. So like I'm seeing all of this energy here. It's like, I really do feel like to you, it's an absolute miracle that you've gotten to where you've gotten. Okay. But when you have cards like integrity and forgiveness, I gotta say, to me, this is about somebody wanting forgiveness or you're wanting forgiveness. So switch out roles as you need to, you know. There are not cards that are saying like there's a resurgence of somebody from your past. So you're gonna have to fill in that blank. I can pull a couple more cards and see what happens. Oh my gosh, I just picked up the deck and here's the Lover's card. I mean, that's your card. That's you being in your highest vibrational energy, but additionally, that's about choice, you know? And it's like, oh my gosh, I have cards flying out. You have the Ten of Pentacles and the Ace of Pentacles. Okay, and the Sun card. And the Six of Pentacles is underneath that. That is about boundaries, balance, reciprocity. It can be about receiving what you didn't receive in the past, especially when you have cards like this. So it's like it's come full circle with this energy. I really do feel like you're going to be receiving an apology. I do. That's what I'm feeling. Like this energy is, please forgive me for being such a fool and not seeing your essence. That's what I'm seeing. You have the Star card. So this is this could be about, you know, healing. The stars aligning, it just being the right timing. Additionally, you could be dealing with an Aquarius. You could also be dealing with another Gemini. That's all the majors that I'm seeing right now. But ascending, see? Ascending and union, to me, these are all cards of somebody not being capable of seeing how they behaved in relationships or in connections, and like there needing to be this separation, you know, going through some pain, you know, painful experiences, release and all of that, to really come back around, you know, full circle with this Ace of Pentacles and this Ten of Pentacles, and now being able to see, you know, one's own part. I also see the Ace of Pentacles as maturity, just because that's how it comes out in other decks. And so I am getting the sense that, you know, one or both people were unawakened in this process and in this connection. And whenever we talk about like spiritual workers and tarot readers, we talk about somebody who's unawakened. That just means that they are not like capable of seeing themselves. It's like they have wool over their own eyes, you know? And so they might walk around in their life, you know, just being in victim mentality, thinking that everything is happening to them. You know, they don't see like what they're doing to people. They're wrapped up in their, you know, self-centeredness. They're self-absorbed. They're selfish, you know, and everything is just all about them, you know, about their feelings and how they're affected, right? And whenever we start to awaken, we're like, oh, wow, I see what I did. Like, I see how I behaved, you know? And whenever people awaken or they ascend, you know, they typically want to come and they want to, you know, reconcile or at least get some closure on what has occurred, okay? You've had to be very, very patient with this process, you know, because I'm seeing it's like you had to really tend to your own self and, you know, learn whatever you needed to learn from this process so that you could build up your self-worth and really to see yourself, okay? Like when you look in the mirror and you just see your magnificence, okay? You were so busy focusing on that, and you had to be patient because it might have just taken a while for this person to just wake up, you know what I mean? So, and the King of Cups is on the bottom of the deck. That's about emotional maturity. The High Priestess, the Ace of Cups. Honestly, you could really be feeling this coming. Like, you really could be feeling this coming. It's like you just know that you're going to turn a corner and they're going to be there and they're going to be like, oh my gosh, I treated you like crap. I am so sorry. I don't know what the hell I was thinking. You know, that kind of thing. Additionally, like I was saying, this can be you. But I do see that, like, you've really had to learn to rely on your own power and also rely on the people around you to be your eyes when you didn't have eyes for yourself. Like when you couldn't really see. That didn't make sense. To be your eyes when you couldn't really see yourself. You know, you had to rely on the people in your environment who were supportive and who did see you and see your essence. And you had to be like, well, if this person can see this, then maybe it's true, you know? And over time, it started to build up inside of you, and you started to really see it when you look in the mirror at yourself, you know, or when you think about yourself. And it has been a long time coming for you. But I mean, I see that you're stepping into that, which is really cool. So let me get advice cards for Gemini. The Six of Swords. Wow. Okay, one more. And the Temperance card. So, I mean, you wanted peace. That's what you wanted peace. You know, this situation did not bring you any freaking peace. And also, you learned your values with this King of Wands. You learned your values. You learned all about your own personal integrity. You learned about how, you know, the way that you showed up, like the way that you reacted in situations. Maybe it didn't align with your own value system and how you want to be, you know, or, you know, attracting certain people. Maybe it didn't align with your own value system. And when you step into that King of Wands energy, you know, that's when you're like, okay, this has got to go and this has got to go because these are my values and I'm loyal to myself. I'm loyal to people, but I'm also loyal to myself. And I know that I'm not going to entertain this if it doesn't align with my own personal values. You also have the Queen of Swords on underneath that, which is a very similar energy. It can be a little more harsh. It can be a little more cold, you know, and just cutting down that sword like, no, I'm done. Sorry. I just don't know what else to say. I'm just done. But you have the Page of Cups underneath that. So, I mean, again, with this apology energy, asking for forgiveness, that kind of thing. But yeah, you really wanted peace. And I feel like you had to get in touch with your own spiritual self. You know, you had to see that like your essence right here is connected to this up here. Okay. It's like, this is all about alignment for me. And look, what's so cool about this Six of Swords energy, I always, like, I see this as like crossing the bridge to vulnerability, because like with these spikes here, this is fear, you know, this is like all the things that keep us from being able to just be truly emotionally free. Okay. And like this person is here assisting this other individual. So a lot of times that means that like you have to reach out to a family member, a friend, a counselor, you know, a spiritual worker, whatever, fill in the blank. Okay. In order to really get to the place where you could see how you wanted to be vulnerable in experiences and you want to attract people who are capable of that and really, I can't get it, really have this balance in your life, you know, just peace and serenity and just people who get you, you know what I mean? And so that's what I'm seeing for you. If you aren't already in this energy, then this can be a message for you to do that, to talk to people around you, to really start to embrace your own emotional state and how you show up. And you may need people around you, you know, or a counselor to help you through that process, honestly, or a Reiki healer, that kind of thing. So yeah, that's the message that I have for Gemini, and I'm gonna do Libra next.